Hello, hello, hello. Well, welcome. I think I got the posting on this wrong. Qualifying is 5 minutes long. I think the description I had on YouTube said 50 minutes. We got no time whatsoever. So give it a few more seconds out of my usual 1 minute wait. Let's go now.
Pit exit's clear. All right, Stevie, we've got 4 minutes to set a lap.
Not much time. I hope I put enough fuel in.
White flag. Your brakes are cold. Be careful.
So this is a mixed field of clever drivers all waiting to try and get a gap of Joker GT3 cars, and the Joker cars are all ones that are not popular and not many people race, like the Jaguar and the Honda, the older Nissan, the older Bentley,
I didn't catch that.
the old McLaren 650. And the other half of the field is Porsche Cup, which I'm in. There seems to be a hell of a lot more Porsche Cups than there are Joker cars. I'm not sure people fancied. The way the Joker cars work is they're all the unpopular cars, and if you volunteered for the Joker Cup, you got assigned a random car 1 hour before the race. I'm not sure if people weren't keen on that idea, and there aren't that many entrants. Just finishing a warm-up lap. Overshooting. Tyres still look cold. They've restarted the server about 5 times in the hour-long practice, and every time they restarted it, all the track temperatures changed, which made it mighty difficult to figure out what tyre pressures you want and brake duct settings for the actual race conditions. So you can do lots of prep. It's only when you actually see what it is on the night that you know what you're supposed to be doing, pressures and duct wise. So because it's changed every single time, it's a bit of a guessing game as to what
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
is actually best. There's a real mix of drivers. There's just one race for all tiers. So I'm not expecting to be at the forefront of this race, because there's some super quick guys here. But this is more for me. It was about driving this Porsche Cup, which is quite difficult. It's got no traction control, very basic
The
setup.
leader's just done a 144.68.
And just doing some
The
races
leader has
with it,
just done a
seeing
144.56.
where I can learn.
The leader's just done a 143.67 P1. The leader has just done a 143.53.
The Porsche Cup is going to struggle to get those times, I think.
Something's happened. The yellow flags are out.
This is a very conservative lap.
There's a white flag.
It's Escobar, I think. He's a quick driver, isn't he? Oh no, it's O.
th place.
That's quite low down on the Porsche Cup, so that was a really slow lap for me in 48. I did a 47 something just now in practice, and I felt that was slow.
We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining. Checkered flags out, P18.
sliding then. I caught that just in time. Still a quarter of a second up.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
3. 3.4. Not sure it'll be enough to make a massive difference to my position.
I think there's some kind of incident. I can see yellow flags.
Second up there at one point. Drifting away though.
Session is now over.
Made no difference to my position in the end.
That's the end of the
Go
session.
faster.
19.
Well, let's load. Let's load 23. Let's load the lower one. Jet fuel. Change the tyres. Not sure if I've got too much fuel on board. Yeah, I've got 70 litres. I'll go with 70 then. Oh, nope. Quality times have all been removed. So we've got Bentley, Nissan, Jaguar, another Bentley, one of the Porsche Cups qualifying in 5th. Another Jaguar, another Bentley, an old McLaren and a Honda. And everything else is Porsche Cup. So there's barely any Joker cars here. It's really a Porsche Cup race. And not far from the back. Excellent. The difficulty with no traction control is avoiding spinning this Porsche Cup car. It certainly can be quite a handful in the corners. And I think, to be honest, for an hour-long race, we'll be keeping on the track will be the trick. Keeping out of trouble. 2.5 minutes to wait. Always a long wait between stages. Not feeling so good tonight. I think I'm on the border of a migraine. So, of all things I'd rather be doing, this isn't one of them, I think, unfortunately. I've already had some ibuprofen, but I had them not so long ago, so I'm going to have to sit it out, really. At least the 5 minutes quali means that the hour-long race will be done quite quickly, which is a terrible thing to say, but I'll be able to turn this off then and go for a lie down, I think, afterwards. And I wasn't able to do a sort of intro for this because I didn't have any idea who was on the entry list, really. So it was difficult to sort of do a bit of a check to see who's going to be the strong drivers to keep an eye on, or even, you know, who's in the Joker class. I could go trawling through the forum postings, but it seemed an awful lot of work. So maybe after this race, once the results are out, it'll be easier for me to figure out. I can't see many people from Tier 7. I'm not even sure if there's 2 Wilsons. I think Kieran Wilson was in our tier. And Mr. Crawford behind me, he was in our tier as well. But I think that's it that are in here. Everybody else is a much higher tier driver. So I'm driving well, punching well above my weight, as they say. To be mixing it with this lot. Just about to drop down off the jacks and take the start of the race. I might see tonight if only bits and bobs are working on broadcast from SimHub, the overlays. They do tend to not work half the time. Okay, let's hit drive. I missed him, only 15 seconds to go. There's only one car behind me, so hopefully we'll be alright at the start. Okay.
Going single file.
Okay. Pit stop's all set with the tyres. We have to do it within a specific window, but you can't just pit whenever you want. So if we get damaged and have to pit, we're going to have to pit again to meet the mandatory pit window, which will be frustrating, so let's hope.
Low tire pressure, stay clear of the curbs.
After such a long wait, the tyres are stone cold. Started to move into the world of dabbling with paint schemes for the cars and doing much fancier paint jobs. And God, these feel boring after we're doing that. Okay, the brakes are coming up warm okay, but the tyres are still very cold. Well, they're going from deep blue to light blue. We're halfway around, so we're not going to be. I think it'll be warmed up by the time we get to the start. No way Van Ruyden's going. It's all there. This is the worst corner for me on the track coming up to this blind crest. Ideally, you want to brake just as this curb starts here on the right, but I always bottle it. Get it wrong, you're into
the air
the
temp
gravel
is
track.
23 Celsius. Okay, Stevie.
The drivers are getting ready for the start. They're lined up on the grid.
You end up in the
When
gravel track on the
last red
right.
light goes out, the
Not
race
in a good
starts.
place. I didn't help warm my tyres up much. I think I might be better off slightly hanging back at the start of this. We're at the back anyway. It's only going to give us trouble if we try and mix it. Test race, I said.
Green, let's go, let's go.
The goal lights came on as I was in the middle of that corner.
Left side,
Gave me no chance.
still there. He's still there.
Can I open for T1 carnage?
Hold your line. Clear left. Car left.
Car on the left. Clear on the
Still
left.
there. Clear left.
Ah, pretty good. Well done, guys. Won't get all the way around lap one yet. Had to do this one as an advert for what you want to do league racing. Super clean on T1. Oh, spoke too
White
soon,
flag,
perhaps.
mate. Right side. Right side's clear.
Car on the right.
On your right. Still there. Still there.
Clear on the right.
Hold your line. Clear right.
Well, to be fair to say, I think they got me because I lifted because of the big accident on the inside. I wasn't sure I was going to counter.
The gap to Crawford behind is now 0.5.
Confused about that. It's not Crawford behind me.
Car on the left.
Car left.
Clear on the left.
Still there. Clear left.
Bit brave. Oh, you're in for an accident
Car
all the way
right.
there, he was.
Clear right.
Oh, Crawford got a drive through, and I don't know how to manage that. Okay, well, we're through lap 1 in one piece. Bit of a gap now, unfortunately.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 3.1.
The Rupert did a bit of a few jiggles around in front of me. Still struggling with that bend, the corner. Right, 3.5 seconds to bang the jig.
The leader has just done a 1:44.52.
Morphy not keeping an eye on the time. Mr. Crawford's already had a drive-through penalty, Morphy. Don't know what's going on. He must have violated the start protocol or something.
P18.
Oh dear, I won't do. They're doing 46s. I'm getting to worry we're a bit outclassed in this field. No, Murphy, all these races are at 7:30. Brian got it wrong in the descriptor. It's not 15 minutes for quali. It's 5 minutes for quali, so the race is on very quickly. But the gap in front of me, I think, is just stretching out. I think these guys are just too quick. That's my worry about not breaking myself
Clear
there.
left.
Lost more time than I possibly gained.
Bad luck, Stevie. Come on, don't let him get away.
I don't know what's happened to that McLaren to be that far back. There was some spinners though, I think, on lap 1. Maybe he was involved.
The leader's just done a 1:44.01. White flag, mate. Push now. We need more speed. P19.
You need more speed. A 150 certainly won't cut it. A bit worried about Rupert behind me. He's already tapped the back of Mr. Crawford. And he was pretty wild when he went past me.
All right, Stevie, don't let this guy distract you.
As I'm right in front of me, it is for position.
On your left. Clear left.
He's closing the gap in front.
1.0. The leader has just done a 1:43.84.
Doing then. McLaren pulled right over to the left.
Well done, mate.
So if I'm right enough to go through again, really.
Left side.
Clear on the left.
Clear
It's
left.
easy then for Rupert because his McLaren's really slow. And we're blue flagged for an GT3 cars. That hurt me, that did. Naughty Mr. Crawford. Must have jumped the start. Thank you, Morphy. Oh, he's going. He's going. Ooh, that was close.
The leader is pitting now.
I'd have been gutted if I'd have got a warning for track limits then. So Mr. Crawford's 20 seconds behind us now. Happens to have to do his drive through for being a naughty boy. Royton did a 46.0. I'd finished I think, the very first PB, 47.3, so back to worrying about how we're going to mix it with these class of drivers. Crazy Rupert's 2.8 seconds up now.
There's a white flag.
He's in trouble.
The leader has just done a 1:43.69.
I can't remember what time I did here in when we came in the GT3s for the league race. It was raining now, I remember that much now. Nins was reminding me that the weather was quite bad. And I enjoyed it, but I got disconnected because there was a thunderstorm here. It was at night, the race. Get all the wrong here.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 27 Celsius.
Oh dear, it looks like old Lamogier and his McLaren must have given up. He's in the pits.
You've just done a 1:47.88.
Okay, that was a bit of a rubbish lap, that was. And the tyre pressures are going up because the temperature of the track has rocketed. So I think I'm going to have to lower them all by half PSI, 0.5. Setting that up.
The gap in front has increased to 6.3 seconds. White flag.
I think there's some kind of incident. I can see yellow flags.
Left
I
side.
knew that was going to happen.
Clear left.
Oh, he's got the pits. Must have trouble.
'18th.
Right, let's hope they're okay. Nightmare trying to do your tyre pressures when you're racing. Shoot. Lucky to hang on to that then. Right, focus.
Okay, Stevie. The next car is Wilson.
Oh my god. Oh, I've ended up behind Wilson now. I don't know what's going on. We're outclassed, Smudge. I'm only a lowly tier 7. I've never heard of all these guys in this race. There's only Crawford and Wilson I've ever heard of. And you've missed it, by the way, both of you. There was about 5 server resets just before while we were practicing, and every time the server reset, all the temperatures changed. So you know, I couldn't get my tyre pressures just right, and you know that's what's really caused all my problems. Clearly. There's no traction control is a good way to improve. I'm doing alright actually. Fingers crossed, touch wood. I've not spun yet. I'm going to crash now in the next corner. For those that have joined us a little bit later, guys, there aren't many entries in the GT3 Joker class. It's nearly all Porsche Cups. There's about 6 or 7. One of the GT3s has retired. I saw a McLaren having quite a few spins. And then he was in the pits. I love Kyalami. Can't get this corner right to save my life, but I just find Kyalami is really nice and flowing. I like driving around Paul Ricard. Even though it's terrible to watch, I found Paul Ricard in the Formula 1 game so flowing and nice to drive one corner into the next. I thought it was great fun. Just don't make me watch a race there. Oh, wow, yeah, what a save.
The lead car's pitting.
So Morphy likes Kyalami at night, and then our league race was Kyalami at night. There's a suspicious coincidence. Let's make a note of that one. Kyalami keeps coming up every season at night. I'm going to have to have words. I've just noticed P1 is in the pits. It's too early for the mandatory pit stop. Sure he said he was in the pits. Nope, not done his pit stop. Yeah, he can't do his mandatory stop, but he can just pit anyway. That was part of the plan, Mr. Smudge, was to drive this. Oh god, this is awful. And then get the GT4. I think I need to
Repeat, please.
pay more attention to me.
16th place.
Time,
No, I didn't
to my
catch
lap
that.
times.
Tyre wear looks fine, mate. Yellow flag. White flag.
Slight overspeed there. Who's that? Is that Wilson? I think it is. Somebody to chase. It's even more upsetting. I think he's gone for a better colour scheme than I have. Yellow, red and black, of course, being the colours of Manchester. Which is why I end up sort of gravitating towards them. Got something special lined up for Morphy for the GT4 Cup car paint scheme.
Acknowledged. We're now watching Crawford. Crawford is now in position 17.
I'll turn that off. I've improved, Morphy, I've improved the way we can save the race. It just automatically saves now on a script anytime I pit or when the race finishes. Job done. I've just got to make a video and tell everybody how to do it. And then fame is mine. You might not be aware of this one, Smudge. We had yet again on the last race of the season, I think everybody forgot to save the race, so I was a bit frustrated afterwards because it was a 90-minute race. So I did some research and I found out a way of getting Sim Hub
18 seconds.
It looks
to
like there
remind
was a
you.
coming together there.
to give you an audio reminder whenever you pit or at the end of a race to say, don't forget to save your race. Well, I've actually found a way to link Sim Hub up to a script.
Crawford has just posted a 147.90.
He's coming back at us. I found a way so that when you either pit or at the end of a race, it runs the script and the script just saves the race for you. So you'll never forget again to save the race. The downside is, it saves the race every time you pit and at the end of every race. So you end up with hundreds of saved race files.
Crawford is now in position 17.
script should work, Morphy. Because it's not reliant. As long as SimHub works on your machine. I'll get the instructions finished off for you. I do have rather a lot of save race files now. It's getting a bit crazy.
Crawford is now in position 17.
It's obsessed with where Crawford is in this race.
The car ahead is sector 1.
Don't worry about where I am, just keep telling me where Crawford is, why don't you? Hope you watch this back afterwards, Edward. My computer's obsessed with where you are in the race.
The gap to Wilson ahead is increasing. It's now 4.7 seconds. The track temperature is increasing. It's now 29 Celsius.
Turned up the heating. I have already done that, Mr. Murphy. I'm not sure. Every time, the sessions I'm doing do appear to be longer than 15 minutes. Or it might even override it if you command it to save. I think it seemed to treat it, if I was doing a practice race, for example, and I quit the practice race because all the AI had driven into me. Not because I'd messed up in any way, because the AI had definitely just driven into me. It seemed to save
Crawford
that as well.
is now in position 17.
Did it just tell me where Crawford was again? It's like Chinese water torture, isn't it? Hey up, somebody's behind me, this is worrying. J Cool. Be cool, J Cool. Oh, wait a minute, it's a bloody Bentley, I've got to make way for him. We've got instructions.
Flag in sector 1.
GT3s are more important than us.
The guy behind has just done a 144.08.
Bloody quick anyway.
There's a white flag.
Oh, look at what that cost me. No spins until a bloody GT3 goes past me.
Crawford is now in position 17.
I can't do that, Morphy. I can't do that. I've got to navigate. I've got to know how Crawford's doing. Smudge is right. It's the most important thing in this race. Listen, Edward might watch this back, and he'll be pleased that every 30 seconds we know exactly what he's doing. I just wish crew chief could tell me which gear he was in. Oh, actually, my tyres are going off a little bit. Car's getting a bit skatey.
Main window is opening.
Right.
Crawford is now in position 17.
You know what I'm looking forward to now? Crew chief telling me when Crawford pits.
Sorry mate, I didn't catch that.
Good. Don't want you to spoil the surprise, crew chief.
Say again.
Very white to slide then.
The car ahead's pitting now.
I think I'll try and spread my tyres out evenly. Couple more laps. It's looking a bit busy anyway, actually. A few people have jumped straight in. Mind you, there could be some retirees
Okay, Stevie,
in there, couldn't
relax, focus, keep it smooth. E14, Crawford is pitting from position 18.
there? Told you. Told you to give me intimate details about his... Did it tell me which box he stopped in?
Crawford is now in position 17.
Oh, got P1 closing up on me. He's off here. How can the Bentley be fast even in this as well, eh? OP Bentley. good suggestion, that is, Smudge. Chief.
Crawford is exiting the pits.
He just knew. He just knew. Even before I said anything, he just knew I needed to know. Doesn't require me to do anything, Smudge. Crew chief just knows.
P12.
Oh, great. I made time in Sector 2. Closing in. Just avoid any more spins. Oh, it's approaching the pit stop, and all of a sudden I'm going really fast. Is that, do we change the tyres or not? Decision. I don't have a choice, do I? I've only got 10 minutes. Oh, I use the term really fast, by the way, you know, from my perspective. Chief, you've not told me how Crawford's doing for like 30 seconds. What's going on?
Speak more clearly, I can't hear you.
Oh. Don't tell me you've given up on me, Chief.
Crawford is now in position 18. Wilson
Thank God for
ahead
that.
is
I was
pitting.
beginning to worry then. I have to rename this YouTube video the Crawford update session.
There's a car exiting pit lane.
P11.
We are halfway through.
Okay, Stevie, halfway home. Fuel looks good.
The car's getting a little bit slidey. Slidey as
The blue
Shentar's
flag
though.
is being waved.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Car right. Clear right.
It's a bit of a shame. To lift for Mizofi. Waldorf can capitalise, cheeky boy. Got to pit anyway now. Getting a lot of traffic coming around me, and be better if I pit and get out of the way. And these tyres appear to be getting a bit slidey.
Crawford is now in position 17.
That's good to know. I was getting worried. Now, I haven't practiced the pit entry once. We did it.
Just entered the pit lane to make a stop.
When we exit the pits, we should be in P17. Behind
Not
Wilson.
chance how best to align the dash either for the arrows. This could go badly wrong, this pit stop. About here. Guess. Oh, bang on the
Car
money.
behind's pitting.
Such skills at doing pit stops. No repairs because I'm, you know, careful. Oh, don't everybody pit now. Has he got stickers on that car? Where's he going? There's gonna be a lot of swearing clearly from Neems.
Mandatory stop is now clear.
Must be a
Come on, go, go, go.
Crawford is now in position 17.
That's good.
Crawford is in position 18.
Oh,
1:23 behind.
no.
The guy in front is Wilson.
Don't talk to me about Wilson. Talk to me about Crawford.
Has the luxury of entering the pits in first
It was
place.
Martin again.
Crawford
You're wrong,
is now in
Martin.
position 17.
Oh, he's made up a place. Well done, Crawford. Crew chief is keeping me fully updated. I don't know why, Brundle. Insist. I'm always in first place.
Can't aim, mate.
Going into the pits when I've just come out the pits.
1:02 ahead.
Now, I've actually made up 5 seconds on Wilson. Despite not really paying much attention. I'm going to blame the migraine headache I've got as well. Stop, 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 stop. Totally under control all times.
Crawford is now in position 17.
That's the same position he was in last time he told me.
The gap to Wilson ahead is increasing. It's now 11 seconds.
Oh,
Relax, focus, keep it smooth. P16. Okay, Stevie, you've used half your fuel.
Well, it is quite nice. I'm not sure if I've stuck something over the top of it, but in the upper left-hand corner, it gives you your
Air temperature's increasing. It's now
Your
25
position
Celsius.
in your
Crawford
class.
is now in position 17.
We know who he's talking about there, don't we? So it gives you a position overall and then position within class. Is obviously more important, which would be nice. We've got the 12 hours of Suzuka coming up. There aren't that many GT4 entries at the moment for Suzuka. It's looking like 7, I think, the last I saw. We've gone in, and we're the only BMW. Loads of people have gone for the Aston Martin and the Porsche Cayman. But we've gone for the BMW because we felt it was easy
The
to
track
drive.
temperature's rising. It's now 31 Celsius.
And we know having something easy to drive for 12 hours is more important than having something that's a bit jittery. I can't imagine driving the Cayman for 12 hours. Well, I can, because I've driven my car for 12 hours, but not in a race situation, not without going off. And again, it's mostly higher tier drivers, so we're expecting to get a bit of a thumping, but we'll have fun. And of course, our main aim will be see if we can beat one GT3 in the GT4. That'd be awesome.
The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 12 seconds. Crawford has just done a 1:47.28.
Shit, it's faster than me.
Crawford is now in position 17.
Another Crawford update. Hayden, Steve Carey and Eugene, no one else. Hayden and Steve Carey are both tier 5 drivers from the last season. Hayden's quite handy, Steve obviously is as well. Eugene's very good at setups, quite quick. Yeah, he was Mr. Crawford's teammate actually for the last season. But I just put a shout out for drivers for the last endurance race at Laguna Seca, and they all foolishly volunteered. So when I just went on the same like little Discord group we had and said, does anybody fancy the 12 hours of Suzuka? They all said yes. Foolish boys.
Just done a 143.21.
So we've still got to work on the splits on who's doing which stints. We know exactly how long we've got for the stints, so we won't be making the same mistake as last time where we thought it was 65 minutes max. It was actually 75 minutes max, so we nearly did one more pit stop over everybody else, which would have destroyed our race. But in the end, no, we did okay actually. We did not come last in our class, which we were quite pleased with. And we thought we did quite well. There was a lot of much higher tier drivers, teams that did not do as well as we did. So we were very happy with our result.
Is now in position 18.
Oh dear, 18.
White flag, mate.
But again, looking at the GT4 entries, I think they're all quite strong. Certainly I made a few suggestions after the last endurance race and I got no response or reply or acknowledgement or anything. And next thing, they seem to have actually implemented all of them. So
That's the blues. He'll have to pull over now.
that's weird. Wow, GT3 Cup is in second place.
I don't know. The leader has just done a 142.84.
I assume Chorus is quite a high tier driver. I think we need 11 stints actually.
Crawford is now in position
or with
18.
11th being the final stint, maybe 10 pit stops. We're working it all out to try and share out, the time evenly in the car rather than Andrex did it solo.
Blue flag.
Which is, it's great. It's a great achievement, but like I was trying to say,
20 minutes to go. 20 minutes. Car left. Clear left.
Part of the challenge of doing cheeky Rupert's nicked place on me there for that
Clear left.
is having to compromise your car setup by having
no,
a
I
team
just can't hear you.
rather than just setting the car up just the way you like it. So I said it is a team sport, it should be entered as a team. So Rupert was asking for, not Rupert, Andrex was asking for a teammate who'd want to do one stint, so he did 11 hours. Still not quite got the idea of it, has he? Could you imagine though, doing ACC for 11 hours straight with no toilet breaks? Ugh.
The leader has just done a 142.52. Crawford is now in position 18.
Well, let's hope we don't get position 17 because that's where I am. 20 minutes to do something about it.
Flag.
The Porsche Cup. I'd be a bit embarrassed if I was in a GT3. All these Porsche Cups coming past me. I think I'm giving up too much time on these blues. Heiko 7 seconds behind me. Heiko's important, isn't it? Better not hit Heiko. Find myself relegated to cleaning the AOR toilets or something. "72 minutes is pushing down luck a little bit though, Murphy. Although when we realised our mistake on Laguna Seca, we were doing stints of 74 minutes and 30 seconds to try and avoid the pit stop. We don't want to go over, it's instant disqualification, so.
The gap is growing.
And you never know what's going to happen as well with
position
possible car
18.
damage and needing to pit. Or even weather changes. I think there's a 40% chance of rain. And we tried to Silverstone. I was in the car and the weather turned and I tried to hang out.
Something's happened. The yellow flags are out.
White flag.
And carry the slicks in the rain. And I got within 5 minutes of my pit stop time. I just couldn't get around the track anymore. It was a nightmare. So I'm not sure. I think the weather might affect our strategy more than going for fixed times. I think our fixed plan will get a bit messed up. Not to mention trying to figure out what tyre pressures and what tyres to put on. All part of the fun. I think the guys enjoyed it though. I remember speaking to Hayden and said you're stint in the car when you get into an endurance. It goes by really quick. He said, yeah. Just seem to get going, and all of a sudden it's time to get out of the car again.
Crawford is now in position 18. Blue flag.
I don't want to do a Perez.
Okay, Stevie, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Come on, man, keep pushing.
Wow, that Jaguar's got poor acceleration. Come on. You have to lift so much. I'm almost stopping.
Car right. Right side's clear.
Wait a minute, Murphy. Don't you have a team entered into the Suzuka? Should you not be concerned that you're helping the opposition? Or have you gone GT3?
That's a blue flag.
Crawford is now in position 18.
Murphy's GT3. Doesn't care then. Doesn't care about GT4s. What Murphy doesn't realise is I'm planning on keeping a little scorecard for how many times we get murdered by a GT3 car. A Lambo for 12 hours around Suzuka. That's brave. I've heard it's quite a handful for Lambo. Certainly didn't enjoy my time in the wrecks. Well, I've learned a lot more about setups since then. Oh dear, Van Rooten in P18 is only 3 seconds behind me. I've got 12 minutes to go. Why can you only do the Lambo? Why have I gone so wide around this corner? Oh, you could be the only Lambo. I thought you meant... I misread that then as you could only be in the Lambo. Do you have a target on my back? We've stuck angry big bees all over our car to keep you lot away. I think somebody's already said they've got a phobia of bees and they're going to be frightened of our car every time they see it. She's going. Whoa, that was close.
The gap behind has now decreased to 2.6. Crawford is now in position 18. That lap was a 147.61.
Crew chief's lying to me. 11 minutes is made up a second, I think, in one lap. And I did a PB as well, I think. Oh, 47.6. Not bad for my slowness. 2.2. I don't think I'll be able to keep Van Rooten behind me. I think everybody's time's going to start improving now the fuel load's coming down. In fact, both you might be able to help me as a bit of a lead coordinator. If you can arrange for some research into what everybody's phobia is across the field, and we'll stick each one of them on our car.
Okay, Stevie, 10 minutes to go. That's
Might
10
help
minutes
keep people
left.
away from us. I still can't get under 47.
It's incredible. These drivers are controlling
47.2 for me and Van Rooten at 47.1.
And these things can
I'm hanging on.
accelerate to about 150 miles an hour in 6.5 to 7
You tell them, Murray.
seconds.
Insider trading. Supposed to be helping the poor GT3 drivers. Who was it? Was it Heiko? I can't remember. Somebody was posting there. They were all concerned. They were thinking of getting rid of the GT4s from Suzuka because there weren't enough entries. And we're like, well, you'll not get any entries if you don't have anybody driving. We need protecting. We're like advertising for the next endurance race to get more GT4 drivers. If we're murdered every other
Track
lap.
temps increasing. It's now 33 Celsius.
Oh God, Van Rooten's now 1.5 seconds away. He's pushing. Dog's
Crawford
did a tail,
is now
yeah.
in position 18. That
Oh,
lap was a
dear.
147.64.
Oh, he's closing right up now. I didn't see what he did last lap. Clearly a bit faster than me. He's going to get it. 7 minutes. 7 minutes to hold him off. Ooh, that's a bit cheeky.
Acknowledged. We'll monitor this guy as our teammate. Your teammate is now in position 8.
Who? What are you on about, crew chief? I want to know about Crawford. And more cheeky tapped up the bottom. It's all ready to go, Mr. Smudge. Eugene said he was going to get it registered. So it's there for the race.
Your teammate is now
He's done a good job, Eugene, actually. He seems to put a hell of a lot of effort into everything. Practice, setup of the car, which he does loads of work on. And then when he saw the paint, he went mad. Did warn him and said it'll eat your life up if you start doing
Make him do
paint
all
job.
the work. Focus on your exits. Left side.
Clear on the left.
Clear left.
That's
Crawford
terrible there.
is now in
Not
position
changing
18.
gear when I was running out of revs. Shall I give Von Roten a little kiss on the bum like he gave me?
Your teammate is now in position 7.
He's not my teammate. I don't know why you got confused like that, Chief.
All right, Stevie. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
Oh, what's going on with the car? Car felt really weird then.
Crawford is now in position 18.
I'll be surprised if he is, because I'm in position 18. Something's gone wrong if he is. Is he jacked? Nope, still there.
P18. Your teammate is now in position 7. 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Well, it was a very good estimate of fuel in the end. 10 litres left and 3 minutes to go. That's not bad. I think the only spin I had was when I was trying to make way for a blue flag car to come through. I was off my usual line. I'm going to blame the marbles. 3 minutes to have another spin. It's just all my
Teammates
fault.
now in position 7. Crawford is now in position 18. That lap time was 1:46.91.
Wow.
Personal fastest lap.
Very apt lap time there, a 46.911. How suitable.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Doing the
Your
lap times
teammate
of
is now in
46 an hour
position
too late,
7.
really. Oh, trying to spin.
Your teammate is now in position 7.
Bit of tour of the scenery there. 50 seconds to go. Must have 2
Your
laps.
teammate is now in position 7.
Give it a final push.
Ooh, mess of that.
The blue flag is being waved.
Car on the right.
On your right.
Clear on the right.
Clear right.
He's got his hazards on. Oh, the highly temperamental wind simulator came on for a second there.
The start of the penultimate lap.
I have to let this Bentley through.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
So that means Van Ruyten's definitely going to get away.
Has finished the race.
P1 was just behind us. Just finished the line. The race must have just crossed the line. So I don't know what happened to Edward. He's not giving any gap to him for ages. It must be half a lap or something. I'm not so sure about that, Mr. Smudge. Virtually last, but there's only one big spin. Hopefully see you on Friday. Hopefully see you in the race on Friday, Mr. Smudge. Nice bit of GT4 driving. Wonderful. Thank you for watching.
Car left.
Clear on the right.
Clear left.
Actually, my fuel counts were bang on, finishing with 4 litres. See you later, Morphy.
18th. Okay, we're done.
Best you could. Take it easy indeed, lab.
Oh, there we go. Right, official results will be out tomorrow, I guess, and I will add them. I'll see if I can do a highlight show. But that's it for tonight. Have I set up the end screen properly yet? Yes, next it will be GT4 on Friday, Zandvoort, about the same time, I think, 7:30. But that's the next race, Friday, GT4. I shall see you then. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye open for a highlight show and official results. See you soon. Bye-bye.